r/AskReddit by Redmond Dts. Escape room employees. What's the weirdest way you've seen customers try and solve an escape room? A friend of mine works for an escape room and he told me one about a puzzle where the key to the next door was shackled to a desk by a combination lock. What you are supposed to do is figure out the combination for the lock from the clues around the room to free the key. What one group decided to do instead was get a guy on each corner and pick up the 150-pound desk and carry it across the room, slide the key into the lock, and then rotate the entire desk to unlock the door. There was a story on here a while ago about a guy in a group of 4 who took a broom from the first room because it had to be for something. He said it looked too out of place to not be needed. Well, he was half right. It was out of place, but that's because it was the broom used by employees to clean the room. It was simply forgotten when they cleaned last time. The guys giving hints thought it was hilarious that this guy carried a broom through 4 rooms expecting it to be the key to their escape at some point. I thought that was funny as hell. I used to work at one. I can't tell you how many people thought that power outlets were a prop and tried to stick keys into them. Guys, there was a lamp plugged into it and a do not touch, not a part of the game sticker on it. It's not a trick. Don't do that. I am not an escape room employee, but I did a lot of them and talked to the employees often. One of them told me there was a simple lock, opened by a key, that had Yale written on it, the name of the lock company, and a lady, not native English speaker, thought it read Yale and legit shouted open at it, expecting it to open. Had a group of engineers who were familiar with the style of the lock effectively reverse engineer the lock. They showed us how they did it afterwards. When I was in one, they told us several times that the fire extinguisher is not part of the puzzle. They said it so many times, I'm 98% sure someone once used it. Recently went to an escape room with my co-workers. Before we started, we were explicitly warned not to touch or drink the bright blue water coming out of a fountain, because it would turn our skin blue. Clearly people had tried searching the fountain as part of the escape room previously, and now they have to warn everyone. One of the puzzles is opened at the start of the room to reveal a large jug of water with a floating key, but the water level is too low for you to reach it. As you progress through the room, you get smaller canteens to fill up the jug. Bachelor party comes in already tipsy, orders multiple drinks as they progress through the room, and at some point one of them pisses into the jug to raise the water level. This is what made me leave for another job. If you ever go to an escape room, just know we're judging you for every move you make. I don't know if it's the weirdest, but we had a puzzle which involved Morse code. Usually you had to use an endoscope to find the alphabet in a chest. One person in this group actually knew the whole alphabet and was able to solve it. Not an employee, but I went with a group of friends once. It was a room where you started out with your ankle shackled to the wall and just had to get to a door to escape. As soon as the timer starts, this shy, quiet girl in the group takes off her shoe and sock, yanks her foot completely out of place, slides the shackle off, resets it, and walks out the door. It turned out she had some condition that makes her joints super flexible. But she set the record for the fastest escape time. Had a group of people come in high as kites. They did our hardest room. Escaped in half an hour when they were given an hour limit. Breaking everything. Trying to eat or drink things they should totally not be trying to eat or drink. Not an employee, but I saw a post a few years back where a group had used up their 3 hints and were hopelessly confused still. So in an act of desperation, 15 minutes before their time was up, they performed a mock sacrifice using the pentagram already on the floor. This was a horror themed room, and laid one of their friends on the floor while the other 4 chanted the Halo theme, hoping they would be granted a 4th hint. Truly, I wish I was making this up. I was part of a group that had surprised the employee because he witnessed us skipping a bunch of the puzzle on the camera. There was a puzzle involving a box you could look into, but when looking inside, the content was all blurry. In order to see the next clue, we had to put a sort of lens in front of it so that the clue would be readable. However, we found out that by looking through a very small seam, we could make out what the clue was supposed to be without ever finding the lens. Friend of mine worked at an escape room and told a story of a group of 3 girls and 2 guys who came in. He suspected they were drunk, but wasn't sure. Opens the gate and announces, "Go." The three girls immediately slam together in a group hug and begin screaming. One of the guys sprints into the room and runs to the far wall, dropkicks a hole in the drywall, and begins trying to dig his way through. Other guy starts collecting anything he can lay hands on, ripping it off if it's attached to something. This happened in mere moments. The girls never left the door and blocked my friend from entering to stop them. They only kept screaming and screaming. Did a lot of damage. Opening speech includes a reminder not to break anything or tear up the floorboards. About half the groups still try to tear them up because there's a hole in one of them that looks like a clue. Management still won't replace that board. Also, I hate how many people hold torches in their mouths. Disgusting. A couple went in together and within 14 minutes the one was busy trying to kick down the door while the other tried breaking everything looking for secret keys to a number combination lock. Edit. I've also seen a kid figure out the code by dumb luck within half a minute of walking in. Just pushed random buttons and click. Freaking opens. I need that kind of luck with the lottery. A lady in my group tried to unlock a 3-digit 0 to 9 byte lock going one turn at a time, starting at 000, 001, 002 etc. I asked her what she was doing and she said she was systematically trying to open the lock. Can't argue with that, I guess. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. Have a nice evening.